Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day. Market is a bit weird, hectic today, right? We definitely got some pretty cool news coming out from C Limited. So let me just get everything set up, guys. Hope everybody's doing well right now. But let's take a quick look at what's happening in the overall market. Yesterday we were pretty red, and sorry guys, give me a quick second to just finish setting up. Make sure things I need to have closed are closed. What's going on, Gordon? What's going on, Wall Street? How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. Um, but let me just make sure I have everything I need closed that needs to be closed. Boom, boom. All right, so I think I should be good. All right, so right off the bat, let's take a quick look. SE pocket $6 billion. Yeah, I saw that. I just recently did a video on that, Gordon. I don't know if you watched the video yet. Smart move. I agree. I think it's a smart move. Stock right now, they're doing it in a mixture of offering of shares and a mixture of senior notes. So not I think it's a great time. C stock is definitely a bit overextended, so a great move in forms of technicals from the stock price. Also, we are seeing this stock kind of doing a lot of expansion, worldwide right now. So they need to build up that cash. Unfortunately, something like this does bring some form of negativity in the stock. So the stock did drop about 6.4% today, as the stock is down 3.2%. But if we take a quick look at charts, I'm pretty sure I had it open. I guess I don't have it open right now. Are you adding Dewey? No, at these levels, for me, right, Dewey, it's already a big position in my portfolio. So at these levels, even though it has taken a drop, I think there's better buying opportunities in the future. So at the moment I have, and good morning, Joey. So at the moment, no. Let's say if I didn't, let's say C Limited was like maybe let's say one of my top 10 instead of one of my top threes, then maybe yes, I wouldn't mind dollar cost averaging a bit right now. So it all depends on that position sizing. I think position sizing is very, very important for any company and for any style of investment. So right now, because my position sizing is already big, I don't mind waiting off for some even better buying opportunities. We can see even with today's stock price, the stock is still a bit over extended. I definitely in the video, and let me pull it up. Maybe I can pull the video up. I actually showed a tweet. I forget where the tweet is. So let me just look at the video really quick. C Limited tweet. So this is the tweet I was just talking about. I mean, during the offering, for example, here on December 2020, the offering was on December 9th. And for multiple days after that, the stock price continued to drop off. We still don't even know the following on offering of their offering. So we don't know what that price is, and that might continue to build some form of bearish sentiment, in my opinion. So I do believe there's a chance. I saw a chance. I believe there's a chance of better buying opportunity. What's going on, Alan? How's it going, man? Good day, good day. I'm Gordon. I saw your Twitter video, not yet. Nice, Gordon. Yeah, so it's a quick video. Definitely check it out. I show a little bit of information there. And Adam, what's going on? David Becker, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a good day right now. So let's take a quick look at what's happening in the market. So yesterday, right, we saw that kind of bearish day. We saw a bit, especially during noon, we saw a heavy red day. Things started picking back up. Today, things are looking a bit better. Dow is up 0.31. We have NASDAQ up 0.36. We got the S&P up 0.26. If we take a quick look at the overall map to see if there's anything crazy happening, no, everything just seems to be in the green except healthcare. Healthcare seems to be the only one on the red right now, but we can see Microsoft the green. Not much green. Nvidia up 0.22, AMD up small digits too, Google up a bit. But overall, Lci came for SE. What's going on, Lci? So yeah, we'll take a quick look at C real quick, Lci. If you have any questions about it, feel free. Aaron, what's going on? Morning, Jose. Hope you are well. I'm doing great. Hope you are. Have you heard of DigitalOcean, a cloud-based company targeting small to medium businesses? On my watch list at the moment, but liking the metrics so far. I want to say I haven't heard. I've heard of the company DigitalOcean. I don't know if I've really looked into it. But I have I have heard of the company. Maybe something I can take a look at later on. Danny, what's going on? Don't know if I'm buying this week. Might hold my cash for once in my life. Nice, Danny. And we're gonna take a quick look in a bit. Just the overall market right now, how things are going. For example, there was this article, 6 reasons why Jim Cramer is concerned about the stock market in September. I kind of highlighted some great points here and just wanted to talk about them. But let me continue with questions real quick. Dewey, off topic, but do you have a gaming PC specs? So not per se, Dewey, I'm not big of a gamer. But I do have the computer I do, it has a 2060 NVIDIA GPU, and I believe it's 11800 K CPU, but not mainly for gaming, right? I just need it for overall video editing. Most of the games I play right now are usually small games, or if not, I do a lot of cloud gaming with Microsoft's Game Pass. Microsoft, I forget what it's called, the Microsoft Pass, where you do more cloud gaming than anything. So I have no real reason to really buy a heavy end GPU outside for video editing, and I'm waiting for prices to go down. Yeah, Danny, only the 2000 series at the moment. Still, I mean, prices for 3000 are insane. Cramer said SoFi is attractive at prices. So let's take a quick look. Now that you mentioned Gordon, let's take a look. So first thing I want to say is the weekly jobless claims seem to have been posted today on Thursday. And we can see initial claims. So initial claims for unemployment insurance is at its lowest levels. It's been year to date. And one thing I actually find ain't a real NVIDIA fanboy, Danny. It's just because I'm not a fan of spending over $1,000 for a damn graphics card. That's the real thing I'm not a fan of. But initial claims are lower, the lowest it's been year to date. I do want to say one weird thing though. CNBC right now, back then I think they used to share like the actual numbers even pre-COVID. Now they're only showing year to date, which I think is pretty strange. They also kind of show continuing claims for unemployment insurance is still at 2.8 million, lowest it's been year to date. Again, I wish they would have continued to share that full picture to see how things were back then pre-COVID and during those situations. But I think it's weird that they're only showing year to date right now. Another thing I do want to mention is 6 reasons why Jim Cramer is concerned about the stock market. I actually thought they made a bit sense. The first thing he mentioned is there have been a few companies. He mentioned 3: PPG Industries, Sherwin-Williams, and Home Builder Pole Group. I am not familiar with any of these 3 companies, but they do mention that they have given some form of negative pre-announcements, so they have kind of decreased their guidance. So this might lead to other companies doing the same. So one of the first things. The second thing is just the Fed. Pressure from the Fed Reserve right now to change the stance on inflationary pressure. So that's something that has been talked a lot about in the past few weeks, in the past few months, but that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is just higher rates. Again, this is something that has been talking a lot about the past. Number 4 is just the level of spending from this kind of from this new budget, the 3.1 trillion budget thing. Right now, it obviously is going to supercharge the economy with new jobs, but right now, there's already more than 10 million job openings in the United States. And the final thing is just a fresh supply. Oh, actually, there's 6 things. Number 5 is a fresh supply of stocks. I do believe this is actually a thing. Right now, there's so many companies, so many new companies, so many new IPOs, so many new specs that investors are kind of distributed everywhere. And that's why I believe for the next few years, or for at least the next few quarters, we are going to see a nice amount of acquisitions. And I do believe we're already seeing this. I feel like every week we hear of some big player acquiring some smaller player. I believe that's going to continue for the next few quarters as well. And the final thing is geopolitical worries, especially with China. The tech, right? Gaming has definitely taken a huge hit in China right now. And that's kind of playing all around. So that's pretty much what's happening in the market right now. I don't think there's anything really on the red today except GameStop. They reported earnings yesterday, and we have C Limited, right? So C Limited right now is down about 5.7%. It is picking back up. Do you guys believe C Limited can kind of can close on green today, or do you guys believe it's gonna continue to drop? Let me know in the comments below. So Jose, I was just looking at the SPY chart and noticed for the last 6-ish months that SPY dropped a decent amount around the 18th of each month. Kind of why I might hold this week. It might just scale in actually. Let's take a quick look at that. But first, let's look at C Limited, right? So C Limited down almost 6% right now. It's picking back up some steam. If we take a look, right, though, this is a company that has definitely had buying opportunities in the past. We see some crazy drops over time, but it kind of gets bought off. Give me one quick second, guys. So yeah, I mean, C Limited stock price is down, but in the past year, stock has returned 128. Um, I like you, Dennis, drop more red. I do believe there's a chance of it dropping a bit more. I'm super excited about this, right? They're building up position cash at a nice amount of time. We recently saw them kind of entering into Europe. We also recently see them entering into India right now. So I do believe it's a great time for them to kind of build up that cash position. Good morning, Anjudo, and good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Exit. So overall, great time for C Limited. At the same time, I mentioned it in my video, right? This is a growth stock. So things like offerings, things like senior notes, this is to be expected. And I personally expected something like this. I'm not going to say I expected it for it to happen now. But when I'm investing in a company with high growth, that is one of the risks that comes with it. So I believe short-term volatility will continue to be in the red day. I think once we know a little bit closer about that price offering, the actual price, it might continue to build us bigger red day. But this stock price, right, positive in cash flow from operations. They already have about $5.6 billion in cash and short-term investments. So that will be over around $12 billion in cash that they will have in their arsenal, just ready to go. Julie, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. And I want to say, if they do make an acquisition, I don't think anyone is gonna. I believe the chances of an acquisition is small, but if they do make an acquisitions, the only two types of acquisitions that I see are some form of company that would improve their gaming department, so maybe a small gaming studio, or a company that can improve their logistics in some of these countries that they're entering. So maybe if they are entering, for example, in Europe or in India, they might kind of buy off a small logistics company in that market to kind of just help speed up that process. Those are the only two things. If not, they're just going to be using that kind of money to kind of expand and to kind of give those incentives all around. So Aaron, I think C will bounce back. There's always a little sell-off, but at the end of the day, I imagine investors prefer dilution to expand rather than accumulating debt. Agree. But they're going to do a mixture of both, right, Aaron? They're doing a little bit of dilution from shares, and they're also going to accumulate a bit of debt from those offerings from the senior notes. Exit. Anyone know what time Biden will be speaking today? It might move the market. Not familiar with it. I rushed in C leap calls last week. Damn, Bill. Yeah, you did mention you kind of had some leap calls, yes, last week. Overall, I do think it might kind of create a bit of negativity on your leap costs right now, but in the long term of things, I think you're still good. Julie, I've been thinking a lot about ARM and NVIDIA deal. The more time passes, the more worry I have. I have pretty faith on AMD and Silenex will go through. So very true, Julie. Right, we have AMD stock approvals from Silenex. I do believe they kind of the recent news of them kind of entering more. Right now, they're just waiting for China, right? In the AMD to Silenex acquisition, they're just waiting for China right now. And things seem to be moving along. I agree with you, Julie. I believe AMD and Silenex has a higher chance of going through than an ARM and NVIDIA. So I agree with you there, Julie. At the end of the day, I do believe AMD needs Silenex to some extent to continue that heavy growth. So for me, that AMD and Silenex acquisition is something I would really, really want to happen, right? It's something I believe AMD needs to some extent. The NVIDIA to ARM acquisition would be nice, but in the technological movement, I don't think it's something NVIDIA 100% needs. And that's not saying that I like one over the other, even though I do like Nvidia a little bit more than AMD. I'm still bullish in both. But I think that the concept of their acquisitions, AMD needs a Xilinx a little bit more than Nvidia needs ARM. Euro making decision on Nvidia 13. Oh man, you guys, Bill, man, on October 13th, right? Here I get confused with, I'm like, month 13. What is month 13? So does anybody have any questions? Sam, Gordon, you were kind of talking about Sam. Let's take a quick look at Sam stock. Sam stock is down 8.52%. This is crazy. Wasn't Sam Boston Beer up to like $1,000 at one point? Or was I kind of lying? No, wow, they were. So Sam Adams, not Sam Adams, Boston Beer has dropped a lot, has dropped over 60.8% from its all-time highs. That is insane. And this is still a super small market cap, $6.28 billion. This one's actually pretty interesting, Gordon. Thank you. I want to take a quick look at this. So PE ratio, we'll take a quick look at. No, it's at 52-week low. Right, that's insane. Right now it is at 52-week low. Bill, man, I don't know US format. It's so crazy, right? I think we're one of the few places that uses that format. But it's the only format I know. So right, this is a high growth stock, right? We can see this company right now is down 60.8%. I actually am curious of Sam right now. Let me just open up a new duplicate file. And let's take a look at Sam. First, Boston Beer, right? Definitely sitting at a lot of volume area at these levels, right? Around the low 500 levels. So if one was bullish in the company, I want to say, I want to say this is one of the best times to kind of enter this market. I do believe it's kind of underextended, right? It has a chance of kind of doing that rubber band effect to pull right back up. But it does seem like this company has not been doing that well ever since earnings, right? After they reported earnings, stock price has dropped down consecutively. But overall, in forms of technicals, in forms of appreciate the live streams, exit, appreciate the support. In forms of technicals, is sitting at attractive levels. Let's take a quick look at how this company looks like in forms of fundamentals. So Boston Beer, future growth. This is a company expected to grow 13.5% on average for the next 2 to 5 years. So huge potential there. This is profitable. They are positive in cash flow from operations. I do want to take a quick look at valuation metrics in a bit. But financially, they're also sitting at a great place. They have plenty of cash, $100 million, plenty of inventory, no debt to their name. So this company's balance sheet, strong. They're profitable in earnings. They're positive in cash flow from operations. They have a strong future growth. So this company all around is looking pretty amazing. I just want to take a quick look at ownership. Individual insiders. Koch, which is the founder and chairman of the board, owns about 20% of this company. Make sure to like that button. Thank you, Exit. Make sure appreciate the support. So I mean, now the final thing I want to take a quick look at, Gordon, is Y charts. Let's take a quick look at two things. First, forward price to sales ratio, and this is Sam. So forward price to sales ratio is almost the cheapest it's ever been, 2.3%. These are levels last seen in May of 2020. So very attractive. The second thing I want to take a look at is Eevee to EBITDA forward ratio. And this one it's sitting at similar levels, 16.26, sitting at levels last seen in May of 2020. So Gordon, I want to say at these levels, Sam, I don't know if this is Sam Adams. I'm not much of a beer drinker. Sam Adams, do they own the Sam Adams company? In forms of valuations, in forms of future growth, in forms of technicals, I believe this is a company I would definitely not mind getting some skin at the game at these levels. And yeah, Sam says Sam Adams. Nice, David. Thank you for that. So very attractive. If there was this is one I actually, not in the market I'm in. Right. This is not a market that really excites me. What really excites me about this is everything we just saw, the fundamentals, the growth of the company. So this could be one that I wouldn't mind adding on, and I'm gonna actually keep this and save this for some, maybe another week or so. So thank you, Gordon, for bringing this one to our attention. It can definitely be a nice buying opportunity. So thank you, Gordon. So, guys, let me just write this down. But if anybody has any other stack, Sam is truly right. I do believe, right? So, I mean, I don't think I can show off alcohol in live streams. Just like I can't show some other stuff in live streams. So I don't. But they are the makers of White Claw. Do they also do Truly as well? So Danny, what's going on? Yes, sorry. Yes, Truly, sorry. Truly sorry. I get it. You are funny, David. David, that was a joke. Congratulations on that joke. Any competitors? So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of there is competition in the overall alcohol market, right? There's a lot of seltzers out right now. So that's the biggest thing. Right, just like Ed. Hey, what's going on, Ed? Ed's burner account. So, but yeah, like Ed mentioned, there are a lot of competitors. And that's the real thing here, right? A lot of competitors. But because of that competition, you see a company like this having a price to sales ratio of about 2.3, right? So the question is, what are some of its competitors? And maybe I might do a video of Boston, of Sam versus some of its competitions right now in the public market. Because I don't know but yeah, Gordon, agree, right? Same. I don't know much about the alcohol industry in forms of who are some of their public contenders at the moment. But fundamentals look strong and future growth looks strong. So, Danny, you want to take a quick look at LCCII stock? Which one is this? Recent price is down. Is Sam's is a specific seltzer sales down? Oh, nice, Ed. So, I mean, Ed is here dropping knowledge for us. So, I'm guessing that seltzer sales is one of that they believe was going to be doing huge growth, right? I do believe seltzers has become seltzers have become a huge market. I feel like all my friends, that's all they were kind of drinking. So for that, I guess investors were kind of really excited about those sales, but since they were down, it kind of caused that negative sense, right? That's what they were kind of excited about. But now since it's down a bit, investors might not be too excited at the end of the day. But let's take a quick look. Let's see what else. I personally did not buy. I had a feeling that 1,000 price would not last. David Becker. Oh yes, and Coca-Cola has entered the seltzer. So has Bud and Corona. We have a lot of big players in it, Ed, right? So it's definitely a market with heavy competition. And David Becker. So you had a feeling that 1,000 price point was not gonna last. What about this new price point, 500? What are your thoughts? Again, obviously not advice. Just want to hear from other investors. And Danny, can you give me a quick explanation of what this company does? Lci Industries, super small market cap. But before we do that, guys, let's take a quick look at my portfolio. Yesterday was a very red day for me. Today actually doesn't seem too red. We have Upwork up 5%. We have a lot of my growth stocks, Magnite, Abs up 3.6%. These were the ones that were down some double digits yesterday, right? I believe on yesterday's stream, I said how Magnite was down 5%, how Abs was down about 5%. So nice buying opportunity there. We see, what else do we see? We see Stone up, Gravity up, Shopify is up. I wish this one would have stayed a little bit more red. I'm planning on buying tomorrow. Tattoo Chef is up. Celsius, man, Celsius is a monster. This is up at almost $90, reaching I think all-time high, almost all-time highs right now. Unity is $134. One thing though, I do want to say, so definitely a green day in my portfolio. I'm happy. Yesterday was pretty much a big red day. I think I was down a few grand. A 2 point, I even showed it off, right, to show you guys. I try to be as transparent as I can in my videos. So yeah, not much. C Limited is down 5.5%. It's still kind of taking a hit. Activision is down. I think Activision, guys, this is another one. Activision is looking very attractive at these levels. Obviously, there's a lot of outside the company, a lot of with the lawsuit and everything else. Whole different ballgame, right? But in forms of fundamentals, in forms of the company right now, it does look very attractive. What else do we have? Zoom is kind of pulling down. I'm not too much into Zoom right now, but at these levels, it does look very attractive. What else do we have? DraftKings. I wish DraftKings continues to see a bigger pull down. DraftKings is a stock that if we see big drops on DraftKings, this is one of those stocks that I wouldn't mind entering a big position and making it like one of my top 15 portfolio sites. DraftKings and PaySafe. I don't think I actually have PaySafe here. I need to update my portfolio. but actually I might have. So let's see. Good morning. What's going on, Ben? Good morning, folks. Bought some more seeds today. Nice, Ben. Congratulations. Best of luck on those investments. I do believe in the short term might provide some form of negative bearish sentiment, but in the long terms, I'm super bullish in C Limited. So now let's take a quick look at Danny's stock. Danny, he wanted us to take a quick look at Lci Industries. So if you guys have any stocks, feel free to post on the comments. But Lci Industries right now is sitting at $131. It has a market cap of $3.32 billion, so super small market cap. We can see from its 52-week high closing, it's roughly down about 14%. And David, my bad. So David, I'll get you to your question after. My apologies, David. I know you asked it earlier on. We'll take a quick look at that one after. So this is down about 14% from its all-time highs. Let's take a quick, from its 52-week high, let's take a quick look at this company's fundamentals. So LLCI, is this one it? No. What is this company called? Lci Industries. Sometimes Lci Industries. So in forms of company, Lci manufactures and supplies components for manufacturers of RVs. So right, that's the biggest market that they're in right now. If we take a look at future growth, this is a company expected to grow 7.6% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. So not a heavy growth company, but not a slow growth company either. This is a company that has been profitable, that has been positive in cash flow from operations in the past. This is more of like I want to say, if you're kind of bored of growth stocks and really want to enter this market, this is one that could make the list. If we take a look at balance sheet, this company has a nice amount of debt, but I'm pretty sure most of their assets, they wouldn't have it as cash because they have long-term, they have probably the facilities, the dealerships, the inventory. So in forms of balance sheet, not my favorite balance sheet, but not a bad balance sheet at the same time. They also pay a nice dividend of 2.76%. So this is more of a company, right, Danny, if, hey, we're kind of tired of growth stocks. We want a company that pays us some dividend, still has some decent growth. If we take a quick look at ownerships, this is pretty weird. Individual institutions own 97.4%. Individual insiders own 2.6%. Does the general public like own nothing of this company? And now finally for you, David, actually let's take not David, Danny, let's take a look at the company's technicals. Technicals right now, stock price is not overextended. So I now would be a time where we definitely see a nice amount of volume. If I was bullish, it would be I want to say a time to kind of enter a base position. Volatility can go either way though. And let's take a look at this company in form of, nope, that was not the company, LCII. In forms of EV to EBITDA forward, right now sitting at 9.6. This seems to be where it normally sits, or around its average. So it's not over expensive. It's not screaming cheap at the same time, right, Danny? And if we take a look at this price to sales ratio, same thing, right? It's kind of been sitting at these levels for the past year or so. So doesn't scream cheap, but it doesn't scream buy at the same time. I want to say it's properly valued at these levels, Danny. So those are just my thoughts on it. So David, what's going on? What's going on, David? You wanted to take a quick look at Coupon right now. And guys, if this is your first time here, actually, I always forget to do this. Let me give you guys my my Discord channel, where you guys can join the Discord channel for free. I post every time I buy, I post every time I sell, and it's for free. I don't charge anything. At the same time, I'm nowhere near a professional, but my account has been doing pretty well for the past year and a half or so. So let's see. So we'll take a quick look at those questions. So David, I see your question, but first let me take a quick look at who was it? It was David. He kind of wanted to take a quick look at Coupon. So Coupon, let's see. Coupon stock. This one has definitely seen better days. I remember the IPO price is around 40 or so. So from its 52-week high, the stock is definitely down, seen about a 40% drop. Currently has a market cap of $53.28 billion. 7 figures to go. Jose, rooting for you. I'm definitely going to make that 7-figure portfolio eventually. I want to say in the next 5 years, I'm hoping. In the next 5 years, 7 figures. I don't think it's impossible, but it's definitely going to be a difficult task. So Coupon is a South Korean e-commerce company. They are based in South Korea. So definitely, this is the main market. I kind of talked about it in the past. Let's take a quick look at Coupon's technicals. So right now, man, this is a company that has definitely taken a beating, but look at that volume right here. It definitely has seen a nice amount of volume at these price points of 30. So I do believe there is a decent support around here levels. Me personally, I'm already in a company kind of in Southeast Asia e-commerce. I don't want to invest in too much. So Coupon is it's not a company I would enter anytime soon. I prefer C Limited. But at the end of the day, definitely sitting at attractive levels right now. Let's take a quick look at Coupon in form of fundamentals. This is a company that right now, future growth, is expected to grow its revenues 20.3% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. So a nice heavy growth company. They're not profitable, but they are a bit positive in cash flow from operations, right? So that's great news. Fundamentally, they're still in that growth stage. At the same time, we got to remember, right, the e-commerce market is a very, very heavy market with very low margins. So I wouldn't expect margins to improve so much better. If we take a look at financial health, they have plenty of cash in hands. They have very low debt. So fundamentally, in their balance sheet, they're looking pretty good. If we take a quick look at ownership, I want to see SoftBank. You know, SoftBank owns a lot of cool companies, in my opinion. But SoftBank owns 32% of this company right now. And then the CEO owns about 10%. So definitely some nice insider ownership right now. Let's see if we can find anything in the if we can find anything in here. No, I guess since this is still in early IPO companies, we can still see there's not much information. But overall, David, not a market I personally would enter into because I already have that C Limited exposure in Southeast Asia. But in forms of fundamentals, company fundamentally looks great. Company technically doesn't look half bad as well. So let's see what else. Bill Main, Lulu Wu up 12%. Look up Crocs, please. What a Becky. What's going on, Spy Star? So let's see. So wow, that is pretty crazy, right? Lulu is up 12.7%. Congratulations to any Lulu holders. That's another market I'm not too familiar into. Between Coupon versus C, go for SE. Yes, Gordon, I do want to say very versus Coupon versus C. I do want to say C is my go-to. Now, if we're talking about prices and fundamentals, in forms of companies in the long terms, I believe I have a higher conviction on C Limited than Coupon. At current prices, Coupon does look a little bit more attractive. David Holing, thank you. Coupon is my baby. I am Dave Vader. Oh, welcome to the Discord channel. I saw you entered yesterday on it, so thank you for entering. So let's see, what else do we have? Do we have any questions? David Lopez, if you had a big position in AT&T, what would you do? So unfortunately, that's a very difficult question to ask, David Lopez. The first thing is because I'm not familiar with the company, right? I have no real knowledge of where the company is at right now. But the first thing I would say, hey, if I ever had a big position in a company and it was doing good or bad, I would write down, why did I invest in this company? Is this company, why did I invest in the company? Have any of those reasons changed? And I would kind of go down the list. If reasons for me investing have changed, then maybe I would sell a small position or so, kind of get out of the game, get some skin in the game. The second question I would ask myself is, hey, if this stock price drops a nice amount right now, or would I regret it? Would I regret not selling? Or if the stock price goes up right now, would I regret selling? So I think this is more of an individual question, David, and I can't answer. I think you have to go through a list and say, what would you regret more? Selling a position right now and the stock price going up, or not selling a position right now and the stock price dropping? So it's more of understanding your own risk tolerance, David. At the moment, I have no understandings of AT&T. So I can't give you. But at the end of the day, this does give you a nice dividend yield of 7.53%. That is insane. That is a very, very high dividend if it is true. So Ed and Gordon, you guys both like Olo, SaaS company for digital ordering for restaurants. I think we talked about it in the past. I'll see if we have time, Gordon, to look at it. Yeah, Olo is down. That's why it's attractive. Hey, Jose, what do you think about Lyft? So I do believe I have Uber in my portfolio, Doug. I haven't really followed too much. I have a small position in Uber that actually I might have sold out. Maybe not too familiar right now. Uber and Lyft, if they were in my portfolio, something super small, something I haven't really looked at in a bit. Um, so no real thoughts on them. I think there's other markets I prefer to invest on right now than something like Uber or Lyft. Uh, Gordon, I eyeball stocks going on great sales. Gordon, all right, so let's take a quick look at Olo. For those not familiar with Olo, let's take a quick look, and I'm not too familiar. I want to look at the overall fundamentals. Uber has a lot of debt. Right, like I mentioned, these are two markets I haven't really focused on too much. Well, that market. So those are two companies I'm really focused. So Olo right now, this is $5.4 billion. They provide software as a service platform for multi-location restaurants. Future growth, this company is expected to grow 26.7% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. So pretty much strong growth. The company is not profitable, but look at that. They are super positive in cash flow from operations, and that's very impressive. Financially, they also have plenty of cash, no debt to their name. If we take a quick look at ownership right now, venture capital equity firms own a good portion. Not much ownerships from individual insiders, but I'm guessing those individual insiders could be these venture capitals and these private equity firms. But overall, fundamentally, doesn't look that bad. Strong growth, strong positive cash flow from operations, strong balance sheets. If we take a quick look at this company in forms of technicals, right now, right, that $30, right now, $31, strong support there. That has definitely been a good buying level if it ever gets to those levels. Right now, it doesn't seem overextended. A time where I would probably open up a small to medium-sized position if I was bullish in this company. But yeah, definitely has seen quite a pull down from its high of $49. This is still a recent IPO, it seems. So another thing to kind of look up to is Olo's lockup period. And it actually ends in few days. Lockup expiration comes out in September 13th. So something you guys should keep an eye out if you are looking for opportunity. Exit, Jose, are you investing on any of the Fang stocks? So at the moment, I don't think I have bought any. Exit in the past, I want to say month or two. But my favorite Fang stocks, if they do drop, the Fangs I would enter right off the bat would be Facebook and Google right off the bat. Those are two I really want to enter very heavy into if we see kind of a better price targets. Another one that's not in it would be Microsoft, but that's the M missing in the Fang. But it would be Facebook, Google, and Microsoft. Those would be the three I would probably enter first. Exit in forms of those companies. So guys, I do have a prior engagement at 11 o'clock. I appreciate the support, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, right? I will be on tomorrow at same time, Friday. I'm not skipping this Friday, all right, guys? I will be on. Thank you guys so much for the support. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Ed, David, all the Davids out there. David Lopez, David, what else? I know we have David Becker, Ed, Danny, Gordon, thank you guys for the support. Jewy, thank you for the donation, guys. Dave Silva, great stream. Dave, thank you. Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day, and let's hope the market stays green. I think it's green for us. But take care, guys, and peace out.